I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com, and it's day 22 of the Nokia Lumia 900 challenge. I've been working with this device for over 3 weeks now, and there are things I love and there are things I don't care for about Windows Phone. Same thing with the phone as well, but overall, I've had a pretty good experience with the Nokia Lumia 900. Just to recap, one of my favorite things about this device is the price point. I'm sure you know this, but it's $100 on a 2-year agreement. So I keep emphasizing this throughout the 30-day challenge. I would love to see people that perhaps aren't smart-time owner or first-time smartphone buyers that are looking at buying one for the first time, go into the AT&T store and take a look at this, because one of the complaints I hear on a regular basis from people that are migrating up or looking into migrating from a feature phone is they say they're just too expensive. They don't want to pay $199 or $299 because they're used to not really using their phone a lot. So for them, the value proposition just isn't there. I would suggest they take a look at this because it's $100 and you get some killer features. That 1.4 gigahertz processor, a 4.3-inch display, an 8-megapixel camera, and more. Excuse me, on this device. So it comes in a couple of different colors as well, and since our last video, the white one is now available in AT&T stores. But let's get right into this. I found some new things that I love, and I've had these for a couple of days, but I've kind of held off on doing these on video. One of my favorite things, and I've known about it, and I've never actually used it until a couple of days ago, the linked inbox capability. You can link your inboxes together. So let's say you have 5 or 6 emails, or email accounts rather, let's say 5 or 6 personal email accounts. You want to bring them all together into one inbox, but you can go into the settings and take a look at that. You can link those inboxes together so you don't have to worry about it. You can have all of your personal ones, let's say, and all of your work ones integrated in to linked inboxes, which is a really nice feature to have, and you can unlink those as well if, let's say, you don't want those to be together in the future, which is a really nice touch. That's one big thing. Battery life continues to be good on this device. Reception continues to be very good. So I want to go back and point out something I talked about in day 16 of the video, because I think it was misconstrued by a lot of people. Multitasking is available in some form on this device, and as you can see right here, I'm pressing the back button and scrolling between my recently used applications so I can access those cards, kind of a fast app switching capability, if you will. And that's all well and good. You do have that capability, so you don't have to always press back if you don't want to. What's frustrating to me, though, is I go in here, for example, to type a text message. I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to go to test contact, and I'm going to type, hey there, how are you, for example, or just hey there, let's say. And then I get stuck. Let's go, I need a calendar appointment, or I need to check on a movie time, or I need to go to the web. Well, I hit the home button, and I go back to it, and it's gone, as you can see here. Now you can go to the back button, press and hold, and retrieve it that way, and I'm aware of that and have been aware of that. What I was referring to is just the fact that it's not a very intuitive way, in my opinion, in terms of multitasking. I used the example, and I've used it actually just on the live chat, which I just ended. Excuse me, I used the example that, perhaps let's say you drop your keys or you drop your wallet or something in the parking lot at a grocery store. You're a mile down the street and you realize that your other keys are gone, or your wallet's gone. You don't drive in reverse to get back to the grocery store. You turn around and continue to move forward. So it's a perpetual, we as humans, we move forward. We rarely go back. We rarely walk backwards. We walk forward. So it just seems very unintuitive to me in terms of multitasking. I'd love to be able to just hit home and go back and easily access that. So that's my hope in terms of what they integrate in a future version of Windows Phone. Otherwise, battery life really decent. The 4G LTE continues to be strong, and interestingly enough, despite being a 4G LTE device, I've been really pleased with the battery life. It's up there with the Samsung Galaxy Note. I'd say the Note kind of takes it just by a little bit of a margin, but with moderate use, I'm able to make it pretty well into the evening before the device requires a recharge. I continue to love this color as well, and I actually wore the shirt today so it would match. I hold the phone up against it, and you really don't see it. It looks like it's gone, but the cyan color is pretty cool. And in Banktown, USA, Charlotte, North Carolina, with a lot of suit people that are carrying black and white phones, it's kind of fun to walk down the street with something like this. I get a lot of looks and a lot of, hey, what is that? It's definitely a great conversation starter. Much more coverage to come on the Lumia 900. I've got 8 more days in this challenge before the 30th day, so stay tuned and keep it locked on PhoneDog.com. If you love this phone, go to PhoneDog.com/rankings, vote for it. Tell me why it's your favorite phone at PhoneDog.com/rankings. Follow me on Twitter, and let's keep that conversation going at PhoneDog_Aaron, and on Facebook at Facebook.com/PhoneDogAB. Day 22 is almost over, but we've got a few more days in the Nokia Lumia 900 challenge, so stay tuned to PhoneDog.com.